Ilang mambabatas ang nagsusulong na baguhin o tuluyan ng buwagin ang sangguniang kabataan. Matatanda ang inihayag ni Caloocan City Representative Edgar Erice na ang pagbuwag dito ay makakapit sa pamahalaan ng mahigit kumulang 1 bilyong piso. Kaugnay nito tutol naman ang ilang grupo sa nasabing pagbuwag. Samantala sa puntong ito ay makakapanayan po natin sa telepono si National Anti-Poverty Commission o NAPSI Youth and Student Sector Representative at Akbayan Youth Executive Committee Member GB Gores. Magandang gabi, GB.
Ay, magandang gabi, Cathy.
Ano ang posisyon ninyo tungkol dito sa pagsusulong ng ilang mambabatas ng pagbuwag sa SK?
Ang pagbuwag sa SK, yung tingin namin dito ay it's very emotional na pagtugon sa problema na kinakaharap ngayon. I am not here to defend the sangguniang kabataan. I think that the SK officials, some SK officials have massive corruption cases against them. Allegation that they are incompetent are actually factual. No? Merong kaso against the former SK National Federation President Jane Cajes na 93 million na corruption. All of these things do not help the SK reform group as we are. So yung sinasabi namin is that merong mga mekanismo since 1991 na naging batas ito na nagkaroon ng SK to the local ay may mga mekanismo na hindi tumutulong in hindsight sa gustong gawin natin para sa SK, which is youth participation. Yung current na age na 15 to 17, yung hindi pagkakaroon ng fiscal autonomy ng mga SK, these have long been pointed out to the congressmen like Erice na kailangang ireforma yung sangguniang kabataan. So since 1991 and up to now, hindi natin ireforma ang SK ever except for the age group. No?
Okay.
So naging 15 to 17. So we think that we need to reform this, and yung SK reform bills ngayon na final ng Akbayan, Kabataan, and other groups sa Congress have been languishing in Congress since the 13th Congress. Ngayon, pang-15 Kongreso na, ngunit hindi pa ito na-actionan. Emotional ito kasi yung mga sinasabi nilang kritisismo against the SK can actually be addressed by these reforms.
Yes, so reforma, sabi mo, tungkol dun sa edad. What other reforms would you want to see pagdating dito sa SK?
Isa sa problema ng SK ngayon is that kung kalaban nila yung mayor or yung etc., hindi sila nakakukuha ng pondo. So, kailangan namin kailangan ng SK ng fiscal autonomy para makapag-implement talaga ng proyekto nila, whether or not na nakakasundo sila ng barangay captain nila. Yung isa pang reforma na isinusulong namin ay yung strengthening the katipunan ng kabataan at pagkakaroon ng local youth development plan sa kanilang barangay para hindi puro basketball or pageant or paliga yung ginagawa ng SK, kundi may plano talaga before their term starts. Another that we want is the anti-dynasty provision para maiwasan na yung mga congressman at mga mayor at yung mga local trapos ay pinapatakbo ang kanilang niece, nephews, sons, and daughters para makontrol yung SK. All of these have been in the bill since 13th Congress, I have to point it out, which the Congress have not been able to act upon.
If that's the case, GB, paano nyo maisusulong sa 16th Congress itong paggalaw nitong mga ninanais yung pagbabago sa sangguniang kabataan?
What I personally recommend is ituloy natin sana yung call ng COMELEC to postpone the SK elections. Yung pagpopostpone ng SK elections kasi it's a time for 1 year or 2 years, an ultimatum to Congress para magkaroon ng reforma talaga in the SK as an institution. However, you have to also call out COMELEC na pag sinasabi nilang deferment, meron silang conclusion, dapat abolition. I think this is very uncalled for COMELEC to say that. They're a poll body and they should not be saying such political things. So what we suggest is that, yes, okay, fine, i-postpone natin for 1 year, for example, yung SK elections, huwag muna natin i-hold ngayong October, pero magkaroon naman ng ultimatum sa Kongreso. An ultimatum na nagsasabi na in 1 year, you have to pass the SK reform bill into a law. Hindi ito call lang ng grupo namin. No? Again, we have to be rational about it. The DILG, during the time of DILG Secretary Jesse Robredo, have actually, for the reform of the SK, in 2007, there was also a study commissioned by the Department of Interior and Local Government commissioned to the United Nations Children's Fund, and yung study na ito nagsasabi, it recommended that the SK not abolish information. I think
Okay.
I have more faith in scientific studies and researches rather than the frustration of the congressmen and the COMELEC.
Bilang huling tanong, GB, kung sakasakaling magsasucceed itong mga na buwagin ang sangguniang kabataan, ano ang magiging implikasyon nito?
Ang implication nito is we will not be able to ensure that young people are able to participate in governance. Ito ay labag din sa pinirmahan nating mga batas kagaya ng Youth and Nation Building Act. Tayo ay signatory sa United Nations Covenant on the Protection of Children and Young People. And magkakaroon ng disenfranchisement ng young people sa politika. And this is actually the core of what COMELEC, Makalintal, and ERISE are saying na tokenist lang naman kasi yung pag-appreciate nila sa mga kabataan in terms of participating in politics. Kaya gusto nila magbigay na lang ng youth representative. But of course, this is fundamentally wrong kasi mas alam namin sana kung ano yung mga solusyon na sa mga problema din namin.
Okay, maraming salamat sa iyong oras at magandang gabi muli sa iyo, NAPSI
Magandang gabi,
Youth
salamat.
and Student Sector Representative GB Gores.